What if I told you that the universe you see, with all its galaxies, planets, and people, is just a fraction of what actually exists? What if science is finally catching up to a truth that ancient sages knew thousands of years ago? We are taught to believe that our consciousness is a byproduct of the brain, a complex biological computer that eventually shuts down. But today we're going to explore a different, more profound idea. We're going to ask, what if our awareness is the fundamental building block of reality itself? Is your mind creating the world around you right now? If you're ready to explore the unknown, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's dive in. We live in an age of unprecedented scientific achievement. We have sent rovers to Mars, mapped the human genome, and hold supercomputers in our pockets. Yet there is one question that continues to elude the best minds of our generation. What is consciousness? This is known as the hard problem of consciousness, a term coined by philosopher David Chalmers. Science can explain the easy problems, how the brain processes stimuli, how neurons fire, but it cannot explain the what it's like, the subjective inner experience of being you. How does a biological machine of flesh and blood produce the feeling of joy, the color red, or the sense of a continuous self? This is the central mystery that has driven physicists like Max Planck and Erwin Schrödinger to look beyond the material world. While modern science is grappling with these mysteries, these same questions were explored thousands of years ago, not in laboratories, but in the jungles of India, by ancient sages known as rishis. They sought answers not through telescopes, but through the telescope of the mind. And the answers they found are surprisingly similar to the most mind-bending discoveries of quantum physics. The ancient Vedic tradition, particularly the philosophy of Advaita Vedanta, starts with a radical premise. It proposes that the ultimate reality isn't matter or energy, but a single, infinite, and indivisible field of consciousness. They called it Brahman. This universal consciousness is the source and substance of everything, the raw material of existence. In this view, you are not just a person living in a universe. You are the universe having a human experience. The individual soul, which they called Atman, is not separate from Brahman. The famous saying from the Upanishads, Tat Tvamasi, translates to, that thou art. Your deepest self is not your thoughts, your job, or your body. It is the very fabric of the universe itself. But wait, you're probably thinking, if this is true, why does the world feel so solid, so real, and so separate from me? This is where the concept of Maya comes in. Maya is often mistranslated as illusion. It's better understood as a veil of perception, the creative power of the universe that projects the one reality into many forms. Imagine a single white light. If you pass it through a prism, it breaks into an infinite spectrum of colors. The colors aren't separate from the white light. They are just different expressions of it. Maya is the prism. Our senses, our minds, and our egos are the tools that chop the seamless fabric of reality into separate things, creating the illusion of a world of individual objects and people. Now let's fast forward a few millennia to the world of quantum physics. You've probably heard of the famous observer effect, or the double-slit experiment. At the quantum level, matter doesn't behave like solid, predictable balls. It acts more like waves of probability. In fact, a particle like an electron can exist in multiple states at once, a state called superposition, until the moment it is observed or measured. It is the act of measurement that forces it to choose one definite state and appear in a specific location. This is the observer effect. The very act of looking seems to collapse the wave function and create a definite reality. This flies in the face of classical physics, which assumes a universe that exists objectively, whether we're looking at it or not. This is where the connection to the Vedas becomes uncanny. The Vedas say that reality is a projection of consciousness, shaped by the observer. Quantum physics tells us that the observer influences reality at its most fundamental level. As Kashyap Vasavada discusses in the Journal of East-West Thought, this convergence is not a coincidence. Both systems suggest a participatory universe, where the observer plays a crucial role in manifestation. Consider another quantum phenomenon, entanglement. Two particles can be connected in such a way that if you change the spin of one, the other instantly changes its spin, even if they are light years apart. It's like they are communicating faster than the speed of light. In the Vedic view, this is obvious. If all matter and energy are just manifestations of a single, underlying consciousness field, then entanglement is just the reality of that fundamental oneness. The ancient sages didn't call it quantum physics, they called it Brahman. As one paper puts it, the goal of meditation, samadhi, is to create a state where the observer and the observed merge into one unified state, mirroring the quantum concept of unification. Physicists like David Bohm and Fritjof Capra have also noted these profound parallels. It's as if the rishis, through intense inward focus, access the same levels of reality that physicists are now encountering with their most advanced technology. It's two different paths, the inner path of meditation and the outer path of science, arriving at the same mountain peak. So what does this mean for you, living in modern America? It changes everything. If you are not just a separate ego, fighting for survival in a hostile world, but an expression of the universe itself, your entire perception shifts. First, it can dissolve anxiety. When you feel stressed about a big presentation, a difficult relationship, or an uncertain future, you're identifying with the prism of your ego. But when you step back and recognize that you are the light itself, the stakes change. You are not the part, you are the whole. Second, it gives you agency. If consciousness is primary, then your thoughts, intentions, and awareness aren't just ephemeral. They are forces that help shape reality. What are you observing into existence every day? Are you focused on fear and lack, or on possibility and peace? Here's a simple practice. For just 5 minutes a day, sit in silence and observe your thoughts. Don't judge them, just watch them like clouds passing by. This is the beginning of the inward journey that helps you realize the distinction between the thinker and the awareness in which the thoughts arise. This shift from the thinker to the awareness is the first step from the illusion to the truth. So what is real? Is the world an objective mechanical system, or is it a magnificent conscious projection of an infinite reality? Maybe the most important science experiment we can ever perform is the one where we turn our gaze inward. Remember, the ancient wisdom and the modern science both point to the same profound truth. You are not just a person in a universe, you are the universe, experiencing itself. The separation is the illusion, the oneness is the reality. So what do you think? Is our consciousness a byproduct of the brain, or is it the very fabric of existence? Is the universe inside you? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If this video has expanded your mind, please give it a like and share it with someone who's ready to explore the depths of reality. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Nature and Soul and hit the bell icon so you never miss an exploration into the mysteries of existence. In the next video, we'll explore what quantum physics has to say about the soul's journey. Don't miss it.